It is fun.
Who was the hardest person you arm wrestled?
Levan, by far, the Georgian Hulk.
The big ass hand guy?
Yeah, dude. He's like 400 pounds. No one's beat him in years. He's undefeated. I don't think anyone ever will beat him. Maybe Andrei Smaev if he locked in.
Yeah, that's that bodybuilder guy who's like...
In Russia. I went to Russia to see him. It was unbelievable.
Larry recently arm wrestled Andrei Smaev, and now he believes that Smaev may be the only guy in this world who can take down Levan Saginashvili. And when you combine what Larry told Bradley Martin with what Devin Larratt said during the recent East versus West press conference about Andrei Smaev,
I think there's one guy. I think there's one guy who's maybe even stronger.
Shaq.
No. Yeah. But I'm saying of a guy who maybe is going to come in. There's one guy who's even stronger.
Smaev.
Yeah. I don't want to say because I don't know him, but that guy.
You are left with no option, no choice but to start believing in Andrei Smaev. Larry was super impressed with Smaev's ability to do 50 pull-ups while weighing over 150 kilos. This is unheard of. No one in this world can do that. And at the same 154 kilo body weight, he can do about 8 one-arm pull-ups. This is something that the 70 kg guys struggle to do. But there are a few things that we need to consider here. Larry's arms were totally exhausted by the insane arms workout that Smaev put Larry through before they actually got on the table. And at that time, Larry had already stopped arm wrestling for nearly 2 years. So in what kind of shape Larry truly was when he faced Smaev, that is a little bit questionable. But of course, Larry knows about that. And the second problem, the big problem here is Smaev is not interested in arm wrestling. He doesn't train for it. Sometimes he hangs out with the guys who arm wrestle. That's why he knows the techniques and stuff. Obviously, he must watch some videos too. But that is not enough to become a pro arm wrestler, an elite arm wrestler. But the size and strength genetics are really on Smaev's side. Recently, we saw that even Brian Shaw doesn't have a bigger forearm or a bigger bicep or a bigger wrist than Levan Saginashvili. But when we talk about Andrei Smaev, his biceps, wrists and forearms are bigger than Levan Saginashvili and leaner too. So it is mostly about what Smaev wants to do now. They also discussed the future of strength lifting and bodybuilding as a YouTuber. And Larry and Bradley Martin's idea was that niche is kind of over now. People are not so much excited about it. Larry said that Smaev is much better than him, much stronger than him in some exercises, and yet he's not getting the virality that Larry used to get many years ago. All of his lifts are down by 20-30%. So Smaev must realize that this point will come in his future as well, where he will no longer be excited about these heavy lifting and stuff. And he needs to find something else. And then maybe he goes for arm wrestling and regrets it that he didn't start it early on.
He's doing everything I've done to another level. Like he's like the me like 3.0, you know, he's just way ahead. But even he's not getting the traction that I got. But granted, he's on it. He does, and he speaks English. He has Andrei Smaev English speaking channel. Yeah. He speaks both languages. He posts on both for both demographics, Russian and English, but he's not getting the same traction. He hasn't exploded like I did, even though I think he's doing everything I did better. Anyways,
let's see what the future holds. At this moment, the fans of arm wrestling are desperately trying to find the new Levan Slayer. But Levan is not willing to let that guy emerge. Thanks for watching. I'll see you again.